One. Hello everybody, welcome back to another 830 Crew video. I am Lex, and I'm actually here today with my friend DM Ryan. Say hi, Ryan, if you're there.
Hello, everybody.
There he is, perfect. So we have some things happening here. We have a few audio channels and a lot of windows broadcasting through Discord, etc. So hopefully this is all working out nicely. But we are back for finally another 1 to 2 player D&D session. This will be our continuation of the last video I did, which was a recap, because we played this initially without being recorded. So this is the co-op campaign, the 2-player with an AI DM that is being led by our friend ChatGPT with the prior prompt. And as my recap episode went, it was very eventful, with a great little encounter with a flying creature of sorts. And I have the character Chevelle, and Ryan has the character Orgoth. So I'm a Wood Elf sorcerer. We've been leveled up to 2 now. Ryan, tell the basics of your character to the viewers.
1 second. Hi. Yeah, so my character is a berserker barbarian. He's a barbarian. He's a Goliath. And he's pretty much insanely strong.
Right, and mine is just a pretty conventional sorcerer, Wood Elf race. And from the last episode, last chapter, I was taking care of our last encounter from a watchtower, and Chevelle was up there. Orgoth was handling the creature on the ground at I believe the farm. Yeah, you were at the farm on the south side of the village, and we had a successful takedown. So thanks to your kind of last minute ditch effort to pull the creature down to the ground. So that worked out really well. And we will now continue. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to now, like I said prior recording, Ryan, you can't hear the DM chat, but the DM will talk to us, and then I'll go ahead and kind of work as the prompt engineer to tell our DM what we're going to do per character. So let's go ahead and begin.
Given the significance of your victory over the Wyvern, it seems like an appropriate milestone for leveling up. Congratulations, both Chuvell and Orgoth are now at level 2. Feel free to update your character sheets accordingly and let me know if there are any specific changes or updates you'd like to make to your characters. Once you're ready, let me know what your next steps are in your adventure.
Okay, so the DM just said basically that we've leveled up, because I asked prior. Now with my custom instructions, I don't have leveling up mentioned at all. So Ryan and I have to kind of mention that to the DM after significant moments in our campaign, if leveling up is an option. But we don't level up too fast, too often, because that would we would stop at a certain level. But let's go ahead and let's see where we are. Before that, we were. Laura chuckles at Orgoth's enthusiasm, warmly shakes Chevelle's hand. Good luck with the future endeavors. You'll always be heroes in Brookshade. With that, you both find yourselves at a crossroads, your next adventure calling. So, Orgoth, what should be our next move? We just took down...
Well, according to our previous after the person said that we should travel to Stonehill because there's bandits.
Stonehill, yep. So that's where.
So we should travel to this path where the bandits are attacking.
Okay.
Or where there's bandits present.
Let me put that in. Stonehill?
Yeah, Stonehill.
Stonehill. Okay, I'll put that in. So for people listening, not watching, Chevelle and Orgoth decide to travel to Stonehill. Let's see what our DM says.
The journey to Stonehill takes you through rolling hills and dense forests, with the road occasionally winding alongside a swift-running river. The weather is fair, and your spirits are high after your victory in Brookshade. After a day's travel, the two of you decide to set up camp for the night. You find a small clearing near the road, with enough space to start a fire and pitch your tents. As you settle in for the night, the sounds of the wilderness surround you. What will you both do next?
So, we have set up camp. A little hand-holding there by the DM, but we are here. I'm guessing we're about halfway to Stonehill at this point. I'm a little cautious, though. It's too quiet right now. I'm going to do see if I can just do a search around the area for anything, any possible...
Yeah, you have better perception stats than I do.
Okay, so Chevelle chooses to survey the area, the immediate area. Orgoth, what are you going to do? Oh,
I'm going to guard camp.
Let me add your name to my dictionary. There we go. We'll guard the campsites. Let's see. Let's see if we have to do a roll for this. I'm guessing we will.
Tuval, you decide to take a look around the immediate area to ensure it's safe. Make a perception check. Orgoth, you stand guard, keeping a watchful eye on the surroundings as Tuval surveys the area.
Right,
Make a perception check as well.
Sorry for the audience, I talked over the... I got all excited because I talked over the DM. Okay, so we both do our perception check. Chevelle lands a 15 with the bonus.
I rolled an 8.
Orgoth has an 8. We'll send that up, and the DM will reply.
Tuval, with your keen elf senses and a roll of 15, you scan the area and notice it's mostly calm.
Yep.
However, you do spot some tracks nearby that seem relatively fresh, though it's hard to determine exactly what made them. Orgoth, with a roll of 8, you remain focused on guarding the campsite, not noticing much beyond the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
What will you both do next?
Well, I'm going to turn to you and say, hey, I found some tracks. We'll turn to Orgoth and tell him tell him about the tracks.
And Orgoth will suggest that we should probably follow the tracks.
We should follow the tracks. Okay, for the audience people listening, Chevelle will turn to Orgoth and tell him about the tracks. Orgoth will suggest we should follow the tracks. Okay, let's see what happens.
That's enough.
Tuval informs Orgoth about the fresh tracks, sparking his interest. Orgoth suggests following the tracks to see where they lead, possibly uncovering anything unusual or potentially dangerous in the area. Before you decide to follow the tracks, you both consider that it's getting dark, and traversing through the wilderness at night might present its own set of challenges. What will you both do next?
It looks like the DM is, I don't know, some, not necessarily hand-holding, but like more of a warning, saying if we proceed, there might be some challenges up ahead.
Okay, so it seems like it's probably recommending we split up. One of us is going to follow the tracks, while the other needs to guard camp. So I'll stay and guard camp since I'm stronger, and you can follow the tracks because you're more perceptive.
Okay, Orgoth will stay behind at the camp and camp and maintain guard. I will decide. Let's see. I know what you're suggesting, or what Orgoth is suggesting to Chevelle, but not necessarily a fighter, if there is an issue. But maybe I can find something. Chevelle will cautiously follow the tracks. Let's see. Now we're going to challenge the DM to handle 2 players separate from one location. 2 different locations. Alright, I sent it.
Orgoth, you decide to stay at the campsite, keeping a watchful eye out for any potential dangers. Tuval, You decide to cautiously follow the tracks, keen to discover their source. Make a survival check to see how well you can follow the tracks in the fading light. What will you do next?
That's just me. So Chevelle is going to do a survival check. And I landed a... Wow, even with a bonus, it is 17. Chevelle equals 17. Let's see what happens to me. To Chevelle.
With a roll of 17, Tuval is able to follow the tracks with ease, even as the light fades. You move cautiously through the forest, your senses heightened. The tracks lead you to a small clearing, where you see a group of deer grazing peacefully. It seems like the tracks were made by these creatures, and there's no immediate sign of danger. Relieved, you decide whether to return to the campsite or explore further. What will you do next, Tuval? And Orgoth, is there anything specific you are doing back at the campsite?
Okay, so he's asking us if what I'll do and what Chevelle will do, and then what Orgoth will do at this immediate moment. So
I mean, Orgoth will just wait for Chevelle to come back, and Chevelle should probably come back, but that's just my opinion.
That's what Orgoth is thinking right now. Chevelle will make his way back to the camp and tell Orgoth that tracks were just harmless. Whoops. Here. Okay. So Orgoth will just wait for Chevelle. Chevelle will make his way back to the camp and tell Orgoth the tracks were just harmless deer. Let's see the response.
Orgoth, you remain at the campsite, staying vigilant as you await Chevel's return. Tuval, you make your way back through the forest, navigating easily with your elven senses and the knowledge you gained from following the tracks out.
Yeah.
Upon returning to the campsite, you inform Orgoth that the tracks were made by a group of harmless deer. With the mystery solved and no immediate danger present, the two of you settle in for the night. What will you both do next?
Okay, that one definitely deserves a leveling up. I discovered some deer. Mission accomplished. We can head back to to our home world.
Yeah. Level 3!
Level 3.
No.
Deer perk.
No.
Okay, so Chevelle, let's see. Well, okay, we're just settling in.
Yeah, so
Chevelle will rest. What are you gonna do?
I would say Orgoth will rest too.
Rest too. Okay, let's rest.
Tuval and Orgoth, you both decide to take a well-deserved rest, settling down for the night. The sounds of the forest serve as a lullaby as you drift off to sleep, the day's events and adventures catching up to you. The night passes uneventfully, and you wake up to the first light of dawn, feeling rested and ready for the day ahead. What will you both do next?
We make way for the trail at Stonehill.
Alright. We pack up, right? Chevelle asked whether we should pack up first, obviously. We both pack up, and proceed down the path to Stonehill. Okay, we both back up and proceed down the path to Stonehill. Let's see.
You both pack up your belongings and resume your journey down the path towards Stonehill. The weather continues to be fair, and the scenery is beautiful as you travel through the lush countryside. After a few hours of travel, you begin to notice signs of civilization as you approach the outskirts of Stonehill. The road becomes better maintained, and you can see farms and homesteads dotting the landscape. As you enter the village of Stonehill, you notice it's bustling with activity. People are going about their business, and there's a lively atmosphere in the air. What will you both do next?
This reminds me, like from Baldur's Gate, when you approach the town after the first set of missions.
Yeah.
Well, you just see everyone walking around. There's probably a stone path, little buildings and homes and markets. So vendors. Let's see. Are we just walking? Yeah, we're just walking, right? We're not on a wagon. Or
Yeah, I
anything.
mean, we were supposed to find some bandits on a trail towards Stonehill.
Right.
So I was hoping we would encounter them, but
Let's ask someone if there's been any event. You know what? How about this? Chevelle will recommend talking to the town's guard, the guardsmen, about any bandits in the area. Chevelle will recommend to Orgoth that we should look for some guardsmen, town's guard. I can't type today. Guardsman, town's guard, to ask about bandit activity. Now, when you say that we were supposed to look for bandits on the way, that might have been our token limit for GPT, so I probably forgot about that. But
okay.
We'll keep going with it. This will be
yeah,
a little
and and make Orgoth will talk to shopkeepers about any bandit activity.
Shopkeepers regarding bandit activity. Okay, so you just choose to go towards the shopkeepers, and I'll try to find
Tuval and Orgoth. You decide to split up momentarily to gather information about the bandit activity in the area. Tuval, you head towards the center of the village where you expect to find members of the town guard or someone with authority. Make a perception check to see if you can spot anyone who fits the description. Orgoth, you decide to strike up conversations with the local shopkeepers, hoping they might have heard something about the bandits. Make a charisma, persuasion, check to see how successful you are in gathering information. What results did you get?
Okay, so Chevelle has to do a perception check. Orgoth has to do a charisma check.
Okay, I got a 17.
With persuasion?
With persuasion.
Okay, I got... Alright, hold on a second. Hold on to that number. I have to do perception. I got distracted. I landed... Oh, jeez. Well, okay. With my bonus, I got 10. You got 17. Wow, okay, good. You got higher than I did. So at least one of us got a great number. Okay. Results sent. Let's see what the owl flies
Tuval, with a roll of 10, you scan the area and spot a couple of town guards chatting near a well. They seem approachable, and you decide to head in their direction. Orgoth, rolling a 17 in charisma, persuasion, you approach a friendly-looking shopkeeper at a local general store. With your commanding presence and genuine interest, the shopkeeper is more than willing to share what they know about the bandit situation. Ah, those bandits have been causing quite a stir around here, the shopkeeper begins. They've been ambushing travelers on the roads, particularly at night. The town guard has been doing their best, but these bandits are slippery. They seem to know our movements and avoid us with ease. Meanwhile, Tuval, you have the opportunity to ask the town guards for more information or possibly request their assistance. What will you both do next?
That was a long one, but so basically, obviously, I don't have knowledge of what you're doing right now, Orgoth, so I have to do it from my perspective. So Chevelle equals, let's see, I will approach the town's guard. I always spell guard wrong. And inquire about any bandit activity per our visit from, what was it?
Stonehill.
No.
Or visit
our last village we were at. Be something.
Brookshire. Or...
Hold on a sec. Let me just do this. Let me test GPT out from our last village we saved. And then you, Orgoth, will do what?
Orgoth will inquire which roads the bandits like to attack.
Okay. All right. I will approach the town's guard and inquire about any bandit activity per our visit from our last village we saved. Hold on. As a way to brag about my successes. Just trying to get into character of Chevelle. Orgoth will inquire which roads the bandits like to attack. Okay, sending.
Tuval, you confidently approach the town guards, sharing tales of your recent victory in Brookshade and subtly inquiring about any bandit activity in the area. The guards, impressed by your story, open up about the situation. We've had quite a bit of trouble with bandits on the roads leading out of Stonehill, one of the guards explains. They've been more organized than usual, and it's been tough to catch them. Orgoth, with the shopkeeper engaged in conversation, you ask about specific roads where bandits have been known to attack. The shopkeeper thinks for a moment before responding. They've been active on the eastern and southern roads, particularly at night. Travelers have been advised to be cautious and avoid traveling after dark if possible. With this new information, you both have a better understanding of the bandit activity in the area. What will you both do next?
Okay, I like this. So, Chevelle, let's see.
Well, first we should meet up.
I know, but remember, you're separate. I have to finish my conversation with the guards here.
Okay.
Let's see. Chevelle will. I'll say. I will optimistically recommend my services along with my friend Orgoth, with a small reward. With a reward, of course. And then Orgoth, what do you choose to do?
Let's see. Orgoth will ask the shopkeeper about any deliveries. At what time is the next delivery coming in the night?
Okay. I will ask the shopkeeper about any deliveries. If any delivery will come at nightfall. Or at night or nightfall?
At nightfall.
Okay, that's fine.
Nightfall. Okay. That nightfall sounds better. Much more.
In theme of the Middle Ages, maybe. Okay, let's send it. I'm talking first person now. For now on, with each character.
Tuval, you enthusiastically offer your and Orgoth's services to deal with the bandit problem, making sure to mention that a reward would be appreciated. The guards exchange glances before one of them responds. We could certainly use the help. Our resources have been stretched thin dealing with this. If you can bring us proof that you've dealt with the bandits, we'll make sure you're rewarded. Orgoth, turning back to the shopkeeper, you inquire about any deliveries or shipments that might be coming in at nightfall, potentially serving as bait for the bandits. The shopkeeper scratches their head, thinking, before answering, well, there's a shipment of goods supposed to be coming in from the east tonight. It's been delayed for a few days due to the bandit issue, and they're trying to get here as soon as they can. It seems like you both have an opportunity to set up an ambush or find the bandits using this information. What will you both do next?
Okay.
Alright.
I will, hold on one second. I will shake the hands of both guards and say it's a deal. Then try to find Orgoth. Yeah, and then
Orgoth will thank the shopkeeper for his information and try to find Chevelle.
We'll thank the shopkeeper for their information and find Chevelle. Both will relay their found information to each other, basically. Okay. Sent.
Tuval, you shake hands with both guards, sealing the deal before leaving to find Orgoth. Orgoth, after thanking the shopkeeper for their valuable information, you head out to find Tuval. The two of you quickly find each other and share the information you've gathered. You both now know about the shipment coming in from the east tonight, and that the guards are stretched thin due to the bandit issue. You also have an agreement in place with the town guards for a reward should you deal with the bandit problem. With this new information, you both can formulate a plan on how to approach this situation. What will you both do next?
What do you think?
So we definitely have the road to the east, where we have the nightfall for when that shipment is going to come.
Right.
We just have to find. Well, so the next thing we should definitely do is try to get in touch with the shipment, because we need to find a way to intercept the shipment and then make sure that we're there at the precise moment the bandits attack.
So the shipment's
So we
coming.
need to think.
The shipment's coming from outside of town, or from outside of Stonehill. So it's being delivered to the shopkeep. So we have to find a way to get near it, or
Yeah, we have to find. We have to.
vantage points? We can use the same strategy like from the battle of the what was it, the Whim? What was that creature called?
The Wyvern.
The Wyvern. So I can post at a certain vantage point. You can get up and close. If the bandits, or we try to get, I don't know. See, we can't get inside the. We can't get it inside.
Well,
of the,
I mean,
with the wagon.
perhaps something else. I mean, what if, since you're a smaller guy, you serve as bait along with the shipment? They'll think, this guy's weak. He won't be able to do anything. I mean, if they see a giant Orgoth, they're probably not going to want to attack. I mean, that's assuming that ChatGPT understands this. So my guess is you serve as bait with the shipment, and then I will make my way. Once the fighting has started, I will make my way to it, and I will use my size and power as mere intimidation.
Okay, so
Because I think we are gonna need to capture one of these people alive if we're gonna know more about these bandits.
Okay, so this is more from your character. So I will suggest to Chevelle that he should act as a front runner or bait to lure the bandits from the shipment, and then once a fight will ensue, I, Orgoth, will step in, will surprise attack the bandits. Chevelle I will cautiously agree, accept. Okay, I'll cautiously agree with this idea, but we need to find a route east at night without giving away our giving away our
Position.
Positions. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens.
Orgoth, your plan is bold and Tuval agrees, albeit cautiously. You both understand the importance of stealth and surprise in this situation. To find a suitable route east without giving away your positions, you might need to scout the area beforehand or find someone knowledgeable about the local terrain. Orgoth, with your strength and combat prowess, you'll be the key to the surprise attack, while Tuval, with your magical abilities, you'll act as the bait to lure the bandits out. You both decide to spend the remaining daylight hours preparing for the night's endeavor. Will you scout the area to find a good ambush spot? If so, who will do the scouting? Do you want to gather any more information or supplies before heading out? Is there anything specific you would like to do to prepare for the ambush? What will you both do next?
Okay, I'm already caught up. I mean, I can hear the voice. It's just not as loud. Okay,
yeah. It's through my
so
headset.
let's see. Since when it comes to scouting, that's your department.
Okay.
And
I need to find some. Well, we can find somewhere, or we can just rely on our own wit and go from there.
do you want to gather any more information or supplies before we head out?
How much gold do we have? Let me check. What's my gold at?
I'm at 125 gold.
I'm at 40. How'd you get 125 gold?
I've had it on me. I started off with 100.
Orcs start off with 100 gold?
Yeah, that was what my character sheet said.
No. Oh, is your character wealthy? What's the deal? What's your
No,
character?
I don't know. I mean, I just had 100 gold on me.
Oh, wow. Because we did split the gold, right? You put in the number we split from the last quest?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I had 100 and now I have 125.
Wow, I only have 40. Okay, that's fine. So what do you? All right, let me see what I'll do here. I will try to find somebody nearby, perhaps persuade, or a gold coin to ask what is a good route to take east, avoiding the main road, but still having sight of it. Okay. Let's see. Maybe it'd be like some kid or something with a newspaper. Even though back then I weren't. Orgoth, what are you gonna do?
Let's see.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I will suggest to Orgoth that we should try to find something nearby, perhaps persuade or a gold coin, to ask what a good route to take east, avoid the main road, but still having sight of it. And then you? What is?
I will agree. I will agree with that plan, and I will also try to inquire more information about this exact shipment.
From who? To whoever we find? So who are we going to ask about?
Whomever we find.
Okay, yeah, all right, I assume that. All right, let's see what our DM says.
Tuval and Orgoth, you both agree that seeking local knowledge for an off-road route heading east, with a good view of the main road, is the best course of action. Additionally, you decide to inquire about the specifics of the shipment to better understand what the bandits might be after. You head towards the busier part of the village, looking for someone who appears knowledgeable about the local area.
Persuasion.
Tuval, make a charisma, persuasion, check to see how well you can convince a local to share their knowledge with you. Orgoth, make an intelligence, investigation, check to gather information about the shipment.
We're basically opposite.
What results did you get?
Yeah, I know.
My
I
persuasion is
just got
negative
a
2.
3.
My persuasion is negative 2, and I just hit a 1, a natural, a fail.
Critical fail, and I just
Oh,
get a 3.
Critical fail. Shoot. Oh, what? I forgot to put who did what. Chevelle equals critical fail. I should say -1 actually. Gosh darn it! And then you got what?
I got a 3. So this was a bust.
That was a bust. Let's see what. I'm curious though.
Tuval, you approach a few locals trying to strike up conversation and ask about the area, but your words don't seem to persuade him to help. Perhaps it's the stress of the bandit situation, but they seem reluctant to share information. Orgoth, as you investigate and ask around about the shipment, you find that the information is hard to come by. The people you talk to either don't know much about it or are not willing to talk. Despite these setbacks, you both still have some time before nightfall to make additional preparations or try a different approach. Do you want to attempt talking to more locals, perhaps trying a different tactic?
What were you saying?
Would you like to scout the area yourself,
we will trade tasks.
relying on your own skills to find a good vantage point? Is there anything else you'd like to prepare or do before heading out for the ambush? What will you both do next?
Sorry, he was on the
So
number.
say Chevelle.
Okay, Chevelle.
Say Chevelle and Orgoth will trade tasks.
Oh, okay. So that's more you suggest. Okay, Orgoth. I suggest to Chevelle that let's trade tasks. What we just tried, right? Is that what I'm assuming?
Yeah, what we just tried.
Chevelle nods. Okay, let's see. What was my
Orgoth and Tuval
Okay,
decide to
+3.
switch tasks, hoping a different approach might yield better results. Orgoth, you decide to use your imposing Goliath presence, hoping it might persuade the locals to
an
share
intimidation
information about
check.
the area and possible routes heading
Hold on.
east. Make a charisma,
Alright.
intimidation, check. Tuval, you take on the task of gathering information about the shipment, hoping your keen senses and elven insight might help you find the right person to talk to. Make an intelligence, investigation, check. What results did you get?
okay?
Okay, roll.
Investigation. I got 17. What
Oh
the-
my god! Even with the intimidation check, I got a 5.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
I had a +3 intimidation buff.
Yeah, I also have +3. Okay, let's see how this turns out.
Tuval, as you make your way through the village, your elven senses prove sharp and insightful. You manage to strike up a conversation with a merchant, who seems to know a lot about the local shipments. Through careful questioning, you learn that the shipment coming in tonight contains various goods, including textiles, grains, and some valuable spices. The merchant also mentions that the delivery is quite important for the village, as they've been running low on supplies due to the bandit attacks. Orgoth, your intimidating presence as a Goliath seems to be a bit too much for the locals, and they shy away from engaging with you. It seems that your attempt to gather information about possible routes has not been successful. With the new information about the shipment, Tuval and Orgoth, you have a better understanding of what's at stake and what the bandits might be after. Do you want to try a different approach to find a suitable ambush spot, or will you scout the area yourselves? Is there anything else you want to prepare or gather before heading out? What will you both do next?
Okay, so what does Orgoth want to do?
Orgoth wants to try his task again.
Chevelle. You know what? I have this other keyboard that's not really working for me here. So 1 second. Let me just pull that out. A little wireless keyboard. It's a little irritating. I know the screen shakes when I type, but I prefer the incline with the keyboard. There we go. Okay, so Chevelle will I'll join you. I mean, I already got the info. There we go. I will join Orgoth. Perhaps as a buffer for our friendliness. If that makes sense, friendliness to the locals. Let's see what happens. All right, ready? That's what.
All right.
Okay.
Orgoth, determined to try again, and Tuval, aiming to provide a friendlier presence, you both decide to approach the locals once more. Tuval, you do your best to ease the tension and assure the locals of your good intentions, while Orgoth, you try to tone down your imposing nature and engage in a more friendly manner. Orgoth, make a charisma, persuasion, check, and Tuval, make a charisma, assistance, check to help Orgoth. If Chuval's check is 10 or above, Orgoth can add A+2 to his result due to the assistance.
Oh, here we go.
What results did you get?
A mechanic that the DM is mentioning here. So if my check is 10 or higher...
I got a 13.
Hold on. If my check is 10 or higher, it can add +2 to yours. So 1 second. Let me see what I get.
So I got a 13.
I'm -2 on... Oh, I'm 10. Okay. Chevelle. Oops.
Got a 10. Adding 2 to Orgoth's 13.
Orgoth. What's your original roll? Plus modifier.
My original roll was 12, but I got a 13 because of my buff.
Okay, good. So let's see what happens here. Chevelle. Did I spell name wrong? Come on. All right. Nice. I like the mechanic.
With Chuval's assistance, easing the tension and creating a friendly atmosphere, Orgoth, you find that the locals are more receptive to your approach this time. You manage to strike up a conversation with an elderly man who seems to know the area well. He shares that there's an old, seldom used hunting trail that runs parallel to the main road, providing a good vantage point while remaining hidden. He explains how to access the trail and mentions a few spots that would be ideal for an ambush. With this new information in hand, Tuval and Orgoth, you now have a solid plan for setting up your ambush tonight. Do you want to head to the ambush spot now to prepare, or is there anything else you want to do in the village before leaving? Do you want to discuss and finalize your strategy for the ambush? What will you both do next?
Okay, so that worked.
I say,
Orgoth, what do you say?
I say, let's head to the ambush spot. I want to bust heads.
Right. Head to the ambush spot. I want to bust heads. I'd say, hopefully, it's worth the gold. And agree. Alright.
With your resolve set and a plan in hand, Tuval and Orgoth, you make your way out of the village and follow the directions given by the elderly man to find the old hunting trail. As you traverse the trail, you find it's well hidden and offers a great vantage point of the main road, while still providing enough cover to remain unseen. The sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the landscape, and you realize it's the perfect time to set up your ambush. Orgoth, your eagerness to engage in battle is palpable, and Tuval, you can't help but feel a sense of anticipation as the moment of confrontation draws near. Do you want to take any specific positions or make any preparations as you set up your ambush? Is there anything specific you want to discuss or plan out before the bandits arrive? What will you both do next?
Okay.
I was fixing some wires here. Hold on, let me. Okay, no, that's fine. What do you want to do?
Okay, Orgoth will suggest to Chuvell that once the bandits surround him, that he uses light spell to hopefully blind them, and Orgoth can then make his way to assist in the ambush.
Assist. Okay. Let's see. I'll suggest to Chevelle that once the bandits surround you, that he should use. I'm speaking in first and third person. Hold on a second. I will suggest to Chevelle surround him that he should use his light spell to blind them to the point where I can assist. Okay.
Oh, what? Once the bandits surround you.
Surrounds. Yeah, him
You.
from you.
No. I'm talking to you.
I know. I'm mixing up first and third person here. Hold on a second.
Yeah. To Chevelle that once the bandits surround you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. I will agree, though hesitant at the task, knowing I will be surrounded by bandits. Alright. Then I'll say, let's find this hunting trail. Was it a hunting trail?
Yes.
Hunting trail. Okay, so as you traverse the trail, you find this well hidden and... Okay, perfect. Alright. Oh, we are on the hunting trail. Shoot.
With a plan in place, Orgoth, you position yourself in a hidden spot where you can quickly intervene once the bandits surround Tuval. Tuval, despite your hesitation, you understand the importance of your role in the plan and prepare to act as the bait. The night grows darker, and the sounds of the wilderness surround you. You both can feel the tension in the air as the time for the ambush draws nearer. Tuval, you position yourself closer to the main road, making sure you're visible, but still near enough to the hunting trail for a quick escape if needed. Orgoth, you stay hidden, eyes keenly watching Chuvel's position and ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. After a while, you start to hear the sounds of an approaching caravan, the creaking of wheels and the soft murmur of voices. The bandits might be closing in. Tuval, do you want to do anything specific as you wait for the bandits to approach? Orgoth, are you readying any specific actions for when the bandits reveal themselves? What will you both do next?
Orgoth waits in
Yeah,
anticipation.
Hold on. Let's see here. Chevelle, I will wait in behind some bushes, keeping an eye on the... Was it caravan? Orgoth? You will wait?
I will await I will wait in anticipation.
Okay.
Tuval, you find a well-hidden spot behind some bushes, close enough to keep an eye on the caravan while maintaining cover. Orgoth, you remain in your hidden position, muscles tensed and ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. The caravan comes closer, and you start to make out the figures walking alongside it. Tuval, from your vantage point, you can see that there are several figures, and they seem to be armed. As the caravan passes by your position, Tuval, you notice that the figures start to fan out, scanning the area. It seems like they're cautious and on the lookout for any potential threats. Orgoth, from your position, you also notice the bandits starting to spread out, and you prepare yourself to jump into action when the time is right. Tuval, do you want to take any specific actions as the bandits come closer? Orgoth, do you want to wait for a specific moment or sign from Tuval before revealing yourself? What will you both do next?
Orgoth will wait for Tuval to activate his light spell before springing into action. Oh yeah, you spelled light wrong.
I know. I see it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Light spell. Chuville. I will surprise them with my sudden burst of light spell, attempting to disorient them. All right, let's see what happens. Got some action coming up, hopefully.
Orgoth, you keep your eyes locked on Chuville's position, ready to spring into action as soon as he casts his spell. Chuville, taking a deep breath to steady your nerves, you wait until the bandits are just in the right position before suddenly releasing a burst of bright light from your hand, aiming to disorient and surprise them. The light flares up brilliantly in the darkness, momentarily lighting up the entire area. The bandits, caught off guard, shield their eyes and stagger back, disoriented by the sudden burst of light. Orgoth, seizing the opportunity, you burst out of your hiding spot and charge at the nearest bandit, battle axe raised and ready to strike. Orgoth, please roll an attack roll to see if you hit the disoriented bandit. Chuville, now that the bandits are disoriented, what would you like to do next? What will you both do next?
I can do Thunderclap. I haven't tried that one yet. Thunder sound that can be heard up to 100 feet. Each creature within range other than you must succeed in Constitution saving throw.
I roll a 17.
For what? Oh, attack roll?
I roll a 17 for my attack roll.
17 attack roll. I will do... he just wants me to know what I'm going to do. I'll just use... I will use Firebolt at the closest bandits. Okay.
Orgoth, with a roar of battle, you charge at the disoriented bandit, your battle axe connecting solidly. Roll for damage to see how much you deal. Chuville, seizing the moment, you quickly cast Firebolt at the nearest bandit. Roll an attack roll to see if you hit the target. What will you both do next?
Right. I roll an 11 for damage.
Alright, Chuville had a 19 for attack roll. Nice. Orgoth, 11, perfect. For damage.
Alright, yeah. So that's 11, yeah, plus that 11 was the total, yeah.
Good, okay. Alright.
Orgoth, your battle axe cleaves through the bandit, dealing a massive 11 points of damage. The bandit falls to the ground, clearly out of the fight. Chuville, your firebolt streaks through the air and hits another bandit square in the chest. Roll for damage to see how much you deal. The remaining bandits, now recovering from their initial disorientation, begin to shout and regroup, drawing their weapons and preparing to fight back. What will you both do next?
Okay, so mine
Let me
was...
see.
It said to hit. 19 was what came up. Alright, what are you gonna do? Oh, what else did you say? Begin to shout and regroup, drawing their weapons. Okay, so we might have an initiative coming up here in a second, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, Orgoth is going to let out a massive roar in hoping to intimidate the remaining bandits.
Intimidate the remaining bandits. Okay.
Chuville, with a roll of 19 for your attack, you've already hit the bandit successfully.
Oh, I forgot to roll.
Please roll for damage to determine how much damage your firebolt does to the bandit. Orgoth, you let out a massive, fearsome roar, attempting to intimidate the remaining bandits and break their will to fight. Please roll an intimidation check to see how effective your roar is. What will you both do next?
Hold on, I had a typo. It was 9, not 19. Okay, so 9 for damage for me. Yours is intimidation check.
My intimidation check was 13.
Okay.
Tuval, your firebolt crashes into the bandit, engulfing him in flames and dealing 9 points of damage. He cries out in pain and falls to the ground, severely injured but still alive.
Unconscious.
Orgoth, your roar echoes through the forest, and the remaining bandits hesitate for a moment, clearly shaken. However, they seem to steel themselves and prepare to fight back, though you can tell your roar has made them wary. Suddenly, arrows fly from the darkness, aimed at both of you. Tuval, please make a dexterity saving throw to dodge the arrow.
Saving throw.
Orgoth, please make a dexterity saving throw as well. What will you both do next?
So saving throws on the main screen.
Yeah.
I've never done it before. I only got 5. Shoot. So I'm hit.
Oh, saving throw, dexterity.
Yep. What'd you get?
I got a 15.
15. Okay, so you dodge, I get hit. Most likely. That's the DC for it. Oh yeah. Wait. Saving throw. Okay.
Tuval, you try to dodge out of the way, but the arrow catches you, dealing 4 points of damage. Orgoth, you swiftly move aside as the arrow zips past, narrowly missing you. The remaining bandits, now more cautious due to your intimidating presence, are keeping their distance but seem ready to continue the fight. Tuval, with an arrow wound, what will you do next?
Alright.
Orgoth, having successfully avoided the arrow, what is your next move?
Okay, I'm gonna do Thunderclap. I think I can't from this 5 feet. Nah, it's too. What does Thunderclap do? Let's see. You can create a burst of thunder or sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw to take 1d6 damage. Okay. Well.
Alright.
I'll just do a thunder. Well. Shoot. No, I'm gonna do a firebolt. I will firebolt nearest bandit. And I'll do the attack roll for him too, just so you can see it.
Alright, well.
Attack roll 13.
Alright, and Orgoth will let out a rage-filled roar and charge the bandits with his axe ready to swing. Or in mid-swing.
In mid-swing, okay. Let me take away the attack roll. I'm going to say that for next. I'm stepping ahead here. Okay. I'll still keep that same roll, though.
Tuval, you ready your firebolt, aiming at the nearest bandit through the pain of your arrow wound. Please roll an attack roll to see if you hit. Orgoth, filled with rage, you let out another roar and charge at the bandits, axe swinging. Roll an attack roll for your charge. What will you both do next?
What's your attack roll?
Ooh. My attack roll is 22.
Oh. Wait, hold on. What was that, a natural 20 plus modifier?
No. It was a 16, but my hit DC is 6.
Okay, I'll put that in just for bragging rights. There we go.
Tuval, with an attack roll of 13, your firebolt finds its target, striking the nearest bandit. Roll for damage to see how much you hurt him. Orgoth, with a total attack roll of 22, you swing your axe with precision and power. Roll for damage to see how much you devastate your opponent. What will you both do next?
I roll a 7.
Chevelle for damage is 3. Orgoth, 7?
7.
Okay. Let me show the audience my character sheet because I think I misread the last time I used Firebolt. So there's the mistake I made. I looked at this instead of the actual damage is right there. I read the little smaller font for some reason. So that's just some clarity just to clear that up. All right, so let's go ahead and send that damage out.
Chuval, your firebolt hits the bandit, burning him for 3 points of damage. He winces in pain, but is still standing, ready to fight back. Orgoth, your axe cuts through the bandit's defenses, dealing 7 points of damage. He staggers back, severely wounded but not quite down yet. The bandits, now more desperate, retaliate. Chuval, another arrow is headed your way.
Nice.
Please make a dexterity saving throw. Orgoth, one of the bandits you didn't attack tries to stab you with his dagger. Please make a dexterity saving throw. What will you both do next?
We got 17 plus 3.
All right. Mine is a 5 plus 1, so it's a 6. Looks
All right.
like I'm getting stabbed.
Let's see what happens. Don't touch that dial.
Chuval, with a total of 20 for your dexterity saving throw, you swiftly dodge the incoming arrow, avoiding any further injury. Orgoth, with a 6 for your dexterity saving throw, you are caught off guard as the bandit's dagger finds its mark, dealing 4 points of damage to you. The bandits are now even more wary, but they're not backing down yet. Chuval, having successfully dodged the arrow, what will you do next? Orgoth, having taken a hit, what is your next move?
All right. I'm gonna do something.
I'm gonna try it. Hold on. Let me see what weapons do I have. I have 2 daggers. I'm gonna equip my 2 daggers. I'm gonna go into the offensive as far as actual weapons. So I should have done that in the beginning. Well, now I'm closer. So okay, Chevelle, equip. Whoops. Equip 2 daggers and strike with both at nearest bandit. Orgoth?
Okay, so I am going to grab the bandit that stabbed me with both my palms on his head and lift him above my head and begin to crush his skull.
Alright, so grab the bandit that is closest to me.
Well, no, the bandit that stabbed, that
Oh.
made the stabbing blow, because chances are he's right there now. So he's
Grab the bandit that stabbed me with my hands, right?
with his hands,
And lift him up.
lift him up above his head, and then
Above my head.
and then try to crush his skull with his bare hands.
Crush his skull with his bare hands. That might be a athletic or strength. Might just be a.
Well, that's a strength check.
All right, hold on. Let's see what happens. All right. I have 2 throws I gotta do.
Chuval, you quickly draw your 2 daggers and make a swift strike at the nearest bandit.
Yeah.
Roll 2 attack rolls to see if you hit your target. Orgoth, filled with rage, you reach out to grab the bandit who dared to stab you.
Oh, athletic.
Make an athletics check contested by the bandit's acrobatics or athletics check to see if you can grab him.
All right.
Let's see what happens next.
Wow, 18 plus 5 for me.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I got a 16 plus 6. That's a 22.
Hold on a sec. 18 plus 5. 2 plus 5. And a 12. So, 12. Okay. And what did you get?
I got a 16 plus 6, which is a 22.
Okay. See what happens.
Tuval, your first dagger strikes true, hitting the bandit square in the chest. Roll damage for that attack. Unfortunately, in your swift motion, the second dagger misses its target, slicing through the air. Orgoth, with a total of 22 in your athletics check, you successfully grab the bandit by his shirt, lifting him off the ground. Roll for damage as you attempt to crush his skull with your bare hands. The bandit in your grasp is now panicking, realizing the gravity of the situation. Tuval, after your successful
that's
hit
probably
and
gonna be
miss,
my unarmed.
what will you do next? Orgoth, as you have the bandit in your grasp, what is your next move?
Oh, I got another one. 16 to 6. Oh, wait, no, wait. Hold on.
Javel, let's see. 4 for damage. What was yours?
I know, I'm trying to... Hold on a second. Let me just... I did the wrong roll. Give me a second.
Okay. It says it's an unarmed strike, right? Or is it a strength modifier?
Is it... let's see. Total... Roll for damage as you attempt to crush his skull with your bare hands. Ask for clarification. Would it be an unarmed strike or an athletics check?
Okay. Let's see what he says. We're testing it.
Tuval, your dagger finds its mark, dealing 4 points of damage to the bandit. He grunts in pain, but he's still standing. Orgoth, for the damage roll, since you are using an unarmed strike, you can roll your unarmed strike damage.
Yeah.
This is typically 1 plus your strength modifier, unless you have other features or abilities that increase this.
Okay, so
Tuval,
it's a 5,
with one bandit injured, what's your next move?
Hold on a second.
Orgoth,
plus my
as you
strength
attempt to crush the
modifier.
skull of the bandit in your grasp,
So
go ahead
that
and
would
roll
be
your unarmed strike
plus-
damage.
that would be total of 9.
What do you want to do next?
Save that thought. He's asking in order. Fire, bolt, the same bandits. Let's see. The spells. Okay. What are you gonna do? Or what'd you roll?
Orgoth, Orgoth deals 9 damage.
9 for damage. Okay.
Orgoth, with a furious grip, you feel the skull of the bandit in your hands give way with a gruesome crunch, and
wow,
he goes
got
limp, clearly
I can picture
defeated.
that.
Tuval, go ahead and roll for your
All right.
attack with Firebolt on the injured bandit. Tuval, after casting your spell, what will you do next? Orgoth, with one bandit down, what is your next move?
Alright, Orgoth, what do you do?
Okay, Orgoth will take the bandit body that he just crushed, or whose skull he just crushed, and throw it at the next bandit.
Alright. Love it. I love it. Next bandit.
How many bandits are we fighting anyway?
It's he never clarified. It's not. I'm guessing like 4 or 5. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm really intrigued by your action here.
Tuval, your firebolt flies towards the bandit, but it narrowly misses him as he ducks out of the way just in time. Orgoth, fueled by your rage and strength, you grab the lifeless body of the bandit and hurl it towards another. Go ahead and make an improvised weapon attack roll.
There you go.
This would be a d20 roll plus your strength modifier. Tuval, seeing your firebolt miss, what will you
Okay,
do
so
next?
improvised weapon roll.
Orgoth, after throwing the body, What is your next plan of action?
So Savell, I will do a thunderclap. I will do a thunderclap around to the nearest.
9
Do they attack?
plus.
All right, what's yours?
Plus a strength modifier, that is 13.
Looking for damage?
Yep, 13 for improvised weapon damage.
Hold on a second. Improvised weapon attack roll. Okay.
No, basically what it says is just roll a d20,
Yep.
then add the strength modifier. So,
All right, so 13, let's see.
so I rolled a 9, and then I added 4.
Tuval, you decide to cast Thunderclap to try and harm the nearest bandit. Since Thunderclap affects every creature within a 5-foot radius around you, please ensure there are no allies or innocents within that range. The bandit will make a Constitution saving throw to resist the effects.
Oh, dang it.
Orgoth, with a grunt, you throw the lifeless body of the bandit towards another. The thrown body collides with the second bandit, knocking him off balance. Please roll a d4 for improvised weapon damage. Tuval, after casting Thunderclap, what will be your next move? Orgoth, seeing the second bandit knocked off balance, what will you do next?
Okay, so then my improvised weapon damage is now 14.
Wait, no, it's a D4.
Oh, it's a
You have-
d4.
You have to do a custom dice on the screen. So choose the dice icon and...
Yeah, I know, I got it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I got a 2, and then with my strength modifier, that's a 6.
He doesn't mention strength modifier, though. He just says D4. So I don't think you can include that.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Okay, then, yeah, it's a 2.
Okay.
And let's
so
just
that-
go by what he says.
Alright, I might have to go back to my weapons here because my magic is not working out. What do I got? Oh, I have a short bow. Let me equip my short bow here. I will jump back and equip... Oops. My short bow. Firing an arrow at the weakest bandit. Alright. Let me make sure I can do that. Actions, short bow. Yeah, okay, I can. Here we go.
Orgoth, your improvised weapon, the body of the fallen bandit, deals 2 points of damage to the second bandit, who is still trying to regain his balance.
Alright.
Tuval, you quickly take a few steps back to create some distance, swiftly equipping your short bow. You draw an arrow, aiming at the bandit who appears to be the weakest. Please roll for your attack. Tuval, after you make your attack, what will you do next? Orgoth, with the bandit momentarily stunned, what is your plan of action?
Pull out. I pull my battle axe and try to finish him off.
Yep.
Tuval, your arrow speeds towards the
Let me
bandit,
get...
but at the last moment, he regains his senses and dodges to the side, narrowly avoiding the shot. Orgoth, fueled by rage and determination, you pull out your battle axe, ready to deliver a decisive blow to the stunned bandit. Please roll for your attack. Tuval, seeing your arrow miss, what will you do next? Orgoth, as you swing your battle axe, are you aiming for any specific part of the bandit's body?
Oh, okay, so...
Yeah, the neck. Or no. The
Wait. You have to do a roll for attack.
I did.
describe-
I got a
what-
21. I rolled a 15 and added the 6.
Okay, and what's the description of your attack? What part of the
Let's
body?
see. I'm going for the torso like a golf swing.
To attack, because we haven't. It's been us for a bit, hasn't it? We've been attacking mostly recently. We haven't. Okay, never mind. Let's see, Chevelle. I'll just fire another arrow. I will fire another arrow at the same bandit. Okay. Whoops.
Orgoth, your battle axe hits the bandit square in the torso, sending him flying backwards.
Nice.
Roll for damage to see how devastating your strike is. Tuval, as Orgoth attacks, you quickly notch another arrow and fire at the same bandit. Roll for your attack roll. Tuval, depending on the outcome of your arrow shot, what will be your next move? Orgoth,
Right.
after your powerful strike, what will you do next?
Mine was a 6.
Oh.
Orgoth, your powerful strike cuts deeply into the bandit's torso, leaving him grievously wounded and struggling to stay on his feet. Tuval, your arrow finds its mark, hitting the bandit Orgoth just struck. He stumbles,
Wow.
clearly on the brink of death, but somehow still standing. The remaining bandits, seeing their comrades fall and the tide of battle turning
they're
against
panicking.
them, begin to panic. Tuval, what will you do next? Orgoth, how will you follow up your devastating strike?
I have an idea. I will use Firebolt to scare the panicking bandits by firing it in front of them to the ground. And
All
laugh
right.
and laugh in confidence. I don't know,
In confidence.
Yeah.
And
Orgoth?
and Orgoth is going to do one of his greatest hits, which is, well, don't type that part in to say Orgoth is going to put his hands on the skull of the wounded bandit and begin to squeeze while interrogating him, who's your leader? And
I'll
where
put
do
my
we
hand
find him?
on the skull of the wounded bandit and interrogate him,
Oh, yeah.
asking him
Well-
who is your leader?
Who
Who's
is
the
your
boss?
leader and where do we find him?
Well, where do we find him?
As he begins to squeeze his skull.
Well, while
Yeah.
squeezing his skull. All right. Maybe the rest will run away and we'll have this leftover bandit. Oh,
Tuval,
no.
you
Never
conjure a firebolt and skillfully cast it in front of the remaining bandits. The flames illuminate the area and your laughter echoes, instilling fear in their hearts. They hesitate, looking around frantically, unsure of what to do next. Orgoth, you grab hold of the wounded bandit's skull, applying pressure as you demand answers. The bandit, gasping in pain and fear, starts to speak. Orgoth, please make an intimidation check to see how effectively you can extract information from the bandit. Tuval, how will you react to the bandit's hesitation? Orgoth, continue your interrogation based on the result of your intimidation check.
I'll shout to the panicked
Mhm.
bandits.
Okay, my intimidation check is a 14.
Hold on a second. I'm still doing mine. I will shout to the panic bandits. If you want to be roasted alive, I recommend you leave now. All right, Orgoth. Whoops. All caps.
14 is my intimidation check.
Okay.
Tuval, your shout, combined with the fire and the intimidating presence of Orgoth, proves to be too much for the remaining bandits. They quickly turn tail and flee into the night, leaving their wounded comrade behind. Orgoth, with a roll of 14 for intimidation, you see the fear in the bandit's eyes as he realizes you mean business. He gasps out, all right, our boss. His name's Marlowe. He's got a hideout in the woods, not far from here. Please, don't kill me. Tuval, what will you do now that the remaining bandits have fled? Orgoth, how will you respond to the bandit's plea and the information he has given?
Right. I'll make sure.
Right.
I'm going to check on the driver of the caravan to make sure that they are okay and aware of what we just did. In a way to brag and mention to the town's guard, that Chevelle, the great Chevelle and Orgoth saved your life. And what are you going to do? To the prisoner?
All right. And Orgoth, now that he has given him the information, Orgoth is going to drag the bandit, or says thank you kindly to the bandit, and now begins to slowly drag him back to Stonehill to turn him over to the city guard.
Yeah. All right. Both in character. Perfect. Wow, we're not at 50. I'm surprised.
Tuval, you make your way to the driver of the caravan, who is shaken but unharmed thanks to your and Orgoth's timely intervention. He is impressed and grateful for your help, repeatedly thanking you both and assuring you that he will tell the town guards of your bravery. Orgoth, with a strong grip, you secure the bandit and begin the journey back to Stonehill, ensuring he can't escape. The bandit, realizing his situation, goes quietly, perhaps hoping for some mercy from the town's justice system. As you both arrive back in Stonehill, the town guards, alerted by the caravan driver, are ready to take the bandit into custody and commend you for your bravery.
Alright.
Tuval, how will you respond to the town guards and what will you do next? Orgoth, will you say or do anything to the town guards as you hand over the bandit? What is your next move?
Okay.
You think I should just ask? I'll ask you. Hold on. I gotta think about this myself. I will let the guard know. The guards already know what we did. And I'll say to the guard, job done, my friends. A reward would be much appreciated. All right, and you?
Well, I will, as I hand over the bandit, I will inform the guard that the name of the bandit leader is named Marlowe, and we have his location. And we will request that the town guard assist us in attacking the bandit leader's headquarters.
Oh. So you're gonna say I hand over the bandit and inform the guard of the bandit leader's name Marlowe and his possible location. I will ask them if they can assist us with attacking the bandits' main headquarters. All right.
The town guard, impressed with your work, nods in agreement. Certainly, you've both earned it. We had a reward set aside for dealing with these bandits. He hands each of you a pouch containing gold coins. Tuval, how will you respond, and what do you plan to do next? Orgoth, after you provide the information about Marlowe and the potential location of the bandits' main headquarters, the guard looks thoughtful. Marlowe, you say. He's been causing trouble around these parts for a while now. We'd be more than happy to assist in taking him down, but we'll need to prepare. Can you give us a day to gather our men and make a plan? We want to make sure we do this right and minimize any casualties. Orgoth, will you agree to wait for the guards to prepare, or do you have another plan in mind?
My plan is for the guards to surround the area, to ensure none of the bandits escape, and Tuval and I will go in and take the bandit leader down.
Maybe we should rest at the local inn for free if they'll provide it before we discuss that. Because I'm still down for. I think you're down for also.
Yeah, I'm down for. Yeah. So you know what? We'll rest.
Okay, hold on. So, do you want to take back what you say, or you want to ask for a place to stay?
Well, we can go to the inn and rest, but we got to remember, as long as we're resting, the bandits get to rest too. So we could take the advantage, and now that we know their headquarters, we can hit them when they're still, and hit them and catch them with their pants down.
Yeah, but the guards need time to prepare. So
yeah, I think they were not talking about to assisting to minimize casualties. I think they were talking about if they were going to assist us in the attack. But I think what I want them to do is just surround the area and prevent anyone from escaping.
Which area?
I mean, you can ask
the bandits.
Would you require any time to prepare if we just want you to surround the area and prevent any bandits from escaping?
Around what area? The town or the bandits' headquarters?
The bandits' headquarters.
All right, good idea. I'll ask the guard if they would need time to simply surround the bandits' hideout so none of them can flee. Right? Is that what you want to say?
Let me see. They need time to prepare if the task I ask of them is
to surround
simply surround the bandits' hideout.
So simply surround. All right.
Tuval, as you count the gold in the pouch, you find that each pouch contains 100 gold coins. It seems the town guard was quite grateful for your assistance. Orgoth, when you ask the guard about the preparation time, he responds, "We want to ensure we have enough men and resources to handle this situation effectively. Surrounding the hideout is a good strategy, but we also want to make sure we have a plan in case things go south. We've dealt with Marlowe's band before, and they're not to be taken lightly. A day should give us enough time to be thoroughly prepared. What do you say? Tuval, having counted the gold, what will you do next? Orgoth, how will you respond to the guard's explanation?
Orgoth will
Give you 50 gold.
Orgoth will agree.
Okay. Right. Okay, so I'm going to give you 50 gold. So add that to your inventory, 50 gold plus.
All right, give me a second.
And I'll tell the guard, is there a place we can rest? No,
Tuval, after distributing the gold, you see that the guards look relieved at your agreement. Yes, there's an inn just down the road. The Stonehill Inn. Tell them that Captain Harbin sent you. They should give you a room for the night, one of the guards directs. Orgoth, the guard nods appreciatively at your agreement. Good. We'll make the preparations and meet you here at this spot tomorrow at sundown. Make sure you're ready. Marlowe's band is dangerous, but with your help, we can put an end to their tyranny. Tuval, now that you have a place to stay and some gold in your pocket, what will you do next? Orgoth, having agreed to the plan and with accommodations sorted, what's your next move?
I would say Orgoth decides to go to the accommodations and rest.
We'll go to the accommodation, the inn, and rest. Chevelle will follow. I will follow. We both long rest, basically. We both long rest, just for verification. So let's wait for him to call that before we long rest in the character sheet to rejuvenate.
Tuval and Orgoth, you both make your way to the Stonehill Inn. Upon mentioning Captain Harbin's name, you are provided with a comfortable room for the night. The beds are soft, and the room is warm. A perfect place to rest and recuperate after the day's events. You take a long rest, regaining all your expended hit points, half of your hit dice, minimum of 1, and all of your expended spell slots.
Good.
Any effects of exhaustion are also reduced by 1 level. The next day dawns bright and clear. You wake up feeling refreshed and ready for whatever challenges lie ahead. Tuval, what would you like to do after waking up? Orgoth, now that you're rested, what's your plan for the day?
Right, well, I mean, should we close the chapter here? This is a good point to end.
I mean, you know what? I think that would be a good idea. We don't want to hit 50 when it's
I probably did,
when it gets real good.
Yeah, we'll save it for next. If we're probably at 40 or something, but
yeah. So we probably do not want to hit 50 when we're when we're about to get in the middle of a big battle in the bandit base.
So okay, well, just a recap. We entered Stonehill. We asked around. We got some information. We went to the trail. We encountered a rather long little battle, which almost felt one-sided in our favor after halfway because there was no initiative roll, so I guess it was a surprise attack. We did take some hits, but I noticed that the AI did shake a hole in our hand. But you did make some fairly aggressive attacks, so perhaps that was intimidation on the bandits. And we went back to Stonehill with the bandit, and now we got information on the guards. So the next chapter most likely will be to, well, attack the bandits' hideout. So that was pretty good. What'd you think, Ryan?
I actually like this.
Yeah, this worked out pretty well. So now the audience was able to witness this in recorded fashion, not just me talking about the entire thing. But yeah, for now, we'll close it here, and when we'll continue on to Chapter 3 with the co-op campaign, the 2 players. And thank you for everyone who watched all the way through. Thank you for watching all the way through. And any last parting words, Ryan?
I don't know, just tune in next time to see Orgoth crush some more skulls.
Yeah, and that's perfect. I'll let it be. I'll leave it at that. So thank you everyone watching. This is the 830 crew signing off, and we will catch you next time.